Lucy, I'm home.
Hello, guys, and welcome to Having a Ball podcast. Today we are doing a small, short little review on the Being Ricardos official trailer. Today I'm your host, Ziva.
And I'm Erika. And yeah, I just dropped today and the Lucy world has imploded. So we
decided to talk about it.
Yeah. So hope you guys, I wonder who's, who will agree with you and who will agree with me. So that's kind of interesting.
True. Let's see.
All right. Go on. We're discussing the Being the Ricardos trailer. We're just discussing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So discussing it. So
you had mentioned about her voice. It's in Nicole
personally, no one's going to be able to match it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's lower, fine, but that rasp, that smoke, like if they wanted her to sound like it, they should have just put her, started giving her packs of cigarettes
a year before.
Oh, you're done with this pack? Here's another one. You're done with that pack? Here's another one. The fans want you to sound like Lucille Ball. Like,
you're going to give her lung cancer just for a film.
I'm sorry. The fans demand that you sound exactly like Lucille
said you got to suffer for your craft, Nicole.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel there were other things about that I was like less, like the voice was not my main concern.
Yeah.
And never will be, because it's not undoable, but it's very hard to copy someone's voice. And then to copy someone's voice that has that smoker. Mm-hmm. And even before, like, she had a distinct voice, and to be able to copy that exactly is very hard. And so to want that, and that being the top thing that people are complaining about, is just
I'm not even going on the voice just yet. I mean, listen, we all know that Lucy Ricardo's voice was not Lucille Ball's voice. She, of course, tweaked it to sound a higher pitch. Probably when they said cut, she just completely sounded different. So that, but when I watch these trailers, the only thing I have in my mind, I don't know how familiar you are with that 2003 Lucy movie with Rachel York and Danny Pino. That was a TV movie. And I think it's playing right now on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, probably to, draw interest in this movie because it's also Amazon. But Rachel York, in my opinion, did an excellent job attempting to be as close to Lucille as possible. She's tall, she's thin, she has her whole face moves. Now that is a very important thing because, as we all know, Lucy's face moves in all kinds of directions. And so did this actress, Rachel York. Nicole Kidman's face does not do that. I mean, there's a surgical reason for that, I think. Don't sue me. I don't know. All I'm saying is that it's okay, fine.
But was Lucy making those faces off stage when she wasn't on? Was that her?
No,
because like if you see her at the grape stomping scene,
right,
she has that face.
Yes. When
like there's certain points where she's like, so we don't see a whole lot of her, like being the real life Lucy Ricardo.
Oh, Lucy Ricardo.
Yeah,
okay.
We don't see her, or we don't see her playing Lucy Ricardo very much. So it's hard for me personally because I'm like, there's on, what she's like when she's on screen and what she's like when she's off screen.
Yeah. And
I get that, like, we want to see the big faces and stuff, but was she like that outside
of real life? And the scenes that I'm being critical of are the ones that I see of her playing Lucy Ricardo. And I think her face is a little too frozen, probably naturally, for that. But it's okay. That's, nitpicking at things.
I don't like Ricky.
Now,
I don't know
Javier Bardem.
Okay, I don't like him.
Yeah. I can't, and I've seen enough movies with Javier Bardem in it. I cannot unhear it and I cannot unsee him. That's all I see. And even though you know who these actors are, you can easily make your mind believe that it's this character that they're doing. Kind of like when they do an Elvis movie. You do know that that actor is not Elvis. He's not going to look like Elvis. No one is. But he does a good enough job that you forget for a second, and that, you know, this is who the character is supposed to be. And we've seen enough of it. Yeah, I was just reading. Did you ever see Bewitched? Okay. I just saw on the trailer because kind of my mind did.
The movie? Did you watch the movie?
Hold on. One of the comments said, what, she didn't ruin Bewitched enough.
Wow.
Just like, yikes. And so now
I personally, again, I feel like that was a bad writing job.
Yeah.
I think that Bewitched, they didn't set her up for success.
It's hard.
I feel like she did the best she could with what she had. She did the best she could with the script that she was given. I think that I mean, I started watching it. I couldn't get past like the first 30 minutes of it. I was like, no, I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's because I'm such a Bewitched fan.
Well, same thing with the Lucy thing. And we have set our expectations so high on these biopics. Like Jamie Foxx literally transformed into Ray Charles. I mean, he just embodied him. He studied him. You can tell he became him. So the Oscar was so well deserved. And I think no one had a problem with the way he portrayed him. And so when you watch a movie with someone so beloved like Lucille Ball, there's going to be people that are emotionally invested. And the part, you know, now we're just nitpicking looks and the sounds and all that. Fine. Okay. But the part that baffles me from the teaser and from the full trailer is how they made Lucille Ball sound arrogant. The first part was, I'm the biggest asset CBS has. We all know that was true, but Lucille Ball wouldn't have said something like that. She was very humble in her, happy that she had the work. And in this one, it said, I'm Lucille Ball. If I'm being funny, you'd know it. Why would they use that as trailers? If, let's say, someone who doesn't know Lucy at all, has no clue, never watched the show, no idea. She's coming off as this diva actress where I don't think she was. So I'm just surprised that they're using, those types of wordings.
That did surprise me. That did surprise me. And I don't know, it's hard for me. It's really hard because I do think that one of the things, and maybe it was the music that they put with it, is that you could tell the building like pressure and like fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here for a second. We don't know what they said when they were fighting because people say real uncharacteristic things.
Yeah, they become
when you're fighting
else.
And when you are fighting for someone that you love with someone that you love, it can become very volatile and a lot of things. But should it have been in the trailer? I don't know.
See, and here's the thing.
So like I could see them making an argument that in the heat of a moment, someone would say that she would say that. Like they're arguing, he didn't come home again for the 20th time.
Right.
She's mad. Whatever. I could see that being an argument that like, okay, she said that in the movie somewhere.
Right.
But having that be in the forefront
of
a trailer, yes, I can understand that.
And it's supposed the job of a trailer is supposed to suck you in, to entice you to sit through a 2-hour feature film. So I'm not sure why they chose the scenes that they did. There's so much material that could have been used. I think that's what's frustrating. And of course, we don't know what went on. Now, it sounds like it's a very hectic week in their lives. Not only is she dealing with another affair or another headline of a potential affair, to her being accused of being a communist all in one week. So it was, it sounds like a very hectic time that they're covering. But I don't know. Just what I did like, let's talk about what was good, is that little scene with Fred and Ethel fight, the Vivian and Will. It looks so much like them. That was really good.
It did. I like that. I mean,
that was good.
I personally, I'm gonna watch it.
And yes, I think we're all gonna watch it. Yeah.
But I don't know, because some of the comments people are like, no.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. You got to give it a chance. See, I think People who say no are not people who are actually, I don't want to say just fans, but just people who are invested in this. They're the ones who are saying no. Even if you're looking at it, that's all wrong, historically wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. You're still gonna watch it.
Just still gonna watch it, exactly.
Still, yeah. Like, so
to see what's going on. See,
Now, now is that supposed to be her writer, Madeline Pugh, who looks over at her and says, "You're my hero"?
I think so.
Okay, I wonder.
Like one of her closest friends, right? Like
Madeline. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I see her sitting next to Viv, and I think that's supposed to be Madeline. So that's interesting. But I can't unhear and unsee Javier Bardem with the Desi character. It's too much.
I was
You're asking me to do too much in my head.
But yeah, I was like, maybe when I see a whole feature film by an hour and a half, I'll get it. But
you'll be convinced at the end of it. Yeah.
But the trailer, I was like, no. Yeah. I mean, when he was dancing, like pretending he was like dancing and you couldn't see his face and just the back of him, I was like, oh, look, Ricky.
The back of him, the shadow. Well, same thing with the teaser.
He wasn't speaking,
Same thing with the teaser. They didn't show Nicole. They showed like the side profile, the back of her head. Well, anybody can look like Lucille if you dress them up enough, right? But turn around. Okay, so let's go with the acting. Yes, the voice throws us off a little. She's not gonna look exactly like her. Okay, fine, but
they also picked a scene where she's like frozen, like she freezes on stage. So of course her face is frozen. Like I don't know what her face is capable of doing.
What is Nicole's face?
We'll have to see. Type that into Google.
And another thing I did like, I appreciated the very intricate attention to detail, because they got the costume jewelry perfect. They matched it with the time. I've seen pictures of actual Lucille and what Nicole's wearing. The Ciro's nightclub that Desi performed at was nicely recreated. The cars, all of it. It's just, the set designers and the costume designers were.
I was thinking, it was like, I feel like it's going to be visually quite stunning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so for if nothing else,
give the Oscar to the costume designer and the set designer, cinematography. What about Nicole and Javier?
We'll see. But at least
they got paid for the film. That's just one.
Yeah.
They've already won.
What? Oh man.
So it's supposed to come out December 10th in theaters and streaming on Amazon December 21st. It's such an odd thing now how they've done that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Such an odd thing how we go from
I have Amazon Prime, so
you should check out the Lucy one, the one I'm keep
Will
referring to.
that be our first video?
Our first
video
review.
Watch
Party
talk
the whole time. Can you imagine we're watching it, in our ears?
No,
that is not her. No. That is not her. What?
It'll just be me. I'll just record it beforehand so that I can sit back and watch eat popcorn. I'll put the recording of me going, no.
You're drinking here, popcorn here. No. What is this? What is this? Oh man. Yeah,
listen, we have to be diplomatic if we want Lucy Arnaz on our show.
It was wonderfully done, masterfully done. I appreciate all the producers that took place that were involved in it, including Miss Lucy Arnaz Leckenbill. We'll see you soon, Miss Lucy.
We'll see. But okay, so on like a last note, and on a little bit more serious note, like I know that everyone has their opinions. Y'all didn't make the movie.
That's not where I thought that was going.
I don't know. Sometimes, how we're sitting there and we're pretending we know what's going on and the troubles and and we're like, I could have done that better. That is awful. But no, you can't. You're gonna go work at McDonald's and come home and talk about work anywhere.
This episode was not sponsored by McDonald's or
the milk factory
or Amazon Prime. Oh my God. There's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's. No, I understand what you're saying. Listen, I think, well, that's the beauty of films. That's why they are made, so we can.
But I feel like there's a lot of keyboard warriors.
Oh, definitely.
And a lot of people that it's so easy to criticize nowadays because you get and definitely when it's just like little trailers. And I said this before that like there are a few trailers, quite a few trailers that I've watched that I'm like, this is horrible. I will never watch that movie. Yeah. And then I get pulled into watching the movie by someone else. And I'm like, oh, okay, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, yeah. We're all gonna get.
Also, I do wanna say nothing wrong with working at McDonald's. Yes, I wasn't saying the McDonald's part. Service industry is very important. I worked at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, that's when you put yourself out there, whether you're a small-time podcaster or a huge movie star with bunch of Academy Awards, everyone's going to critique everything. I mean, listen, when I first put up one of our first episodes up on the one of the Lucy Facebook group pages, I went to post it, and I think it was probably the Lucille Ball one, the profile, or just introducing ourselves, whatever it was.
It was the introduction.
Okay, so I put it up there, and there was a comment that said, I listened to the first couple minutes, I lost interest, and so I went back and wrote, I'm sorry, I hope you keep listening. I don't think they expected me to come in like, oh, okay, thanks, I'll keep listening.
I remember reading that and going, you're bored with our life.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. But maybe listen to the episode where we're actually talking about.
You're in an I Love Lucy group, so give us a chance. We're all in this together.
And that's just so nice to see, as soon as we pose. Your life is boring. I couldn't stand it.
Thank you.
3 minutes in, I had to leave. And I have to live this life.
I actually deleted the app from my phone. What? Okay, so Being the Ricardos, that's our take on it. Thanks, guys.
Yes, thanks, guys.